What's up guys, it's Argon657 here, and today I bring another Pokemon Ultra Sun Ultra Moon Wi-Fi battle. This one's going to be against Shaniqua. Today we have an NU battle, and taking a look at the team, his Toxico could possibly sweep my whole team late game, depending on what kind of set it is. If it's a Swords Dance set, he very likely could sweep my whole team late game, although I do have to keep my Whimsicott alive in order to prevent that from happening, because I think I do carry Encore. And he also has the Heliolisk, which I don't really have too many switch-ins to Heliolisk. Like, as you can see, my team, it's just the switch-ins are pretty much non-existent. I mean, although I can pivot around it with if it's choice. If it's choice, I can pivot around it better, but if it's like Life Orb, it's really difficult for me to pivot around it. I mean, Hyper Voice just does, it hits everything except for Steelix. He has the Piloswine with Stealth Rocks most likely, and I think he has either Scarfed or Banded Tauros. He's most likely running Assault Vest, Slowking, and Whimsicott. I think it may be Choice Specs, or it could be an Encore set. My Sceptile is Choice Specs, and I do have the Z-Belly from Zangoose. I do have the Rocky Helmet, Garbodor, and I do have the Magic Bounce, Xatu, because basically Xatu is my only hazard control really, because I just gotta bounce the hazards back over to the opponent's side, to be honest. But anyways, I'm gonna start the battle. So he ends up leading off with Helios, which is kind of bad because I have let off with Steelix, and all he has to do is just click Surf, and it's gonna bring me down to Sturdy. I do have my Stealth Rocks, but I don't think he has. His Whimsicott is pretty much his only form of Defogger. I'm gonna go to my Steelix, and I'm not sure what he wants to do, but I feel like he may want to go for the Volt Switch or something like that, but I think I switch out over here. I honestly don't remember much of this battle, but I do stay in and go for the Stealth Rocks. I think I predicted him to switch out, or predicted him to go for Volt Switch, so he's going to go for Fire Blast, so it's going to bring me down to Sturdy. So that's fine, and I'm going to go for the Toxic, and thankfully I don't miss. So I'm able to get up my rocks, and I'm able to get up the Toxic, so that's pretty good. So I'm in a pretty good position right now. But again, I don't really remember much because this battle was from a long time ago. And I do, I mean, I could have save the Steelix for Death Water later, but I really didn't want him to predict me to switch out and go for Fire Blast for some reason. So, but yeah, I did lose my Steelix, and now I'm gonna have to do everything I can to prevent him from defogging. Although it's likely he's likely gonna be able to go for defog anyway. So I'm gonna go to my Xatu, and he's gonna switch out. I did expect him to bring and something else. He's gonna go to Whimsicott, and now he could just easily come in defog. There's no reason for him not to go for defog. So, but he ends up going for the Moonblast. So it looks like he's most likely Choice Specs, because that Moonblast, I'm not sure what kind of Whimsicott this is, but that Psychic does a decent amount. But he's gonna switch out. So he's gonna go to his Slowking, which is a good play on his part, because although, yeah, he is Toxic, so he's not going to be able to switch in too much, because if he stays in too long, I can easily just go, I can easily just stall him out, to be honest. I mean, the Toxic damage will rack up if he stays in too long, so I'm going to go for one layer of Spikes, because I know that if he wants to go for Defog, he can if he wants to, but he's going to go for the Scald. And this tells me he likely does not have Psychic, so that's good to know, because he went for Scald. If he had Psychic, he would have went for it anyway. I mean, he would have went for it right here. So I'm now going to go for my second layer of Spikes, And the reason why I'm going for all these layers of spikes, but he's gonna end up going for the side shock, so that's gonna knock me out. So that's pretty good. But I do have 2 layers, so the thing is that in order to prevent the regenerator from like working, I had to get an extra layer of spikes. So, but now I'm gonna go to my Zatu, and I'm gonna go for the Roost over here because I want to see what he wants to do. I do want to heal back up to full health, so I am almost at full health. So he's gonna go for the Scald, and it's gonna do. It's actually gonna do a lot of damage. It's gonna do more than I healed up. So. But I figured he may want to switch out over here. So I'm just gonna, I think I'm gonna go for the Roost again. And he's gonna go into his, what was it, his Healy list. And, at least I got, some entry hazards going. And he still hasn't gotten up his hazards just because of the fact that I have, my Zatu. So I need to keep my Zatu alive in order to prevent him from getting up hazards. So I'm going to switch out because I'm not going to take a Blood Switch or Thunderbolt. So I'm going to go into my own Whimsicott, and he's going to end up going for the Thunderbolt. So that's pretty good. And that Thunderbolt definitely specs, because specs Thunderbolt, I mean, if it was Scarf, Thunderbolt would have done like less than half. I would have taken Thunderbolt a bit better. But he's going to go for the Thunderbolt, and it's not going to knock me out. Thankfully, he doesn't get any form of paralysis, so now I'm going to go for the Moonblast, and I'll be able to knock him out, so that's pretty good. And that's one big threat out of the way, so now I don't have to worry about pivoting into like Specs Thunderbolt. My Steelix is gone, so now he's going to go to his Toxicroak, and this is pretty bad, so I'm gonna go for the Memento over here, and give him -2 attack and -2 special attack. So this is pretty bad. I mean, because he can easily go for Sucker Punch or Swords Dance actually. So I'm gonna go to my my Zangoose to try and get the Belly Drum off. So I'm gonna go for the Belly Drum. And my only chance of me winning is if I'm able to get the Z Belly Drum. So he's going to go for the Swords Dance. And I'm thinking, okay, he could very well go for Sucker Punch, and I could go for the Quick Attack, just in case he goes for Sucker Punch. So, although I could have went for the Z Belly Drum, but I didn't want to predict that. So he's going to go into his Tauros over here. And I believe, I think this is a Zangoose sweep, so, yeah, so I'm gonna go for the Quick Attack, and it's gonna knock out the, Tauros. I think I'm running the Jolly Nature as opposed to Adamant, but now he's gonna, go into his, Piloswine, and what I could do is I could just go for the, I don't know, I could go for the Close Combat, but I really don't want to. Honestly, I think he's trying to bait me into going for the Close Combat, which I think he was able to successfully do. So I think Piloswine's gonna be able to knock me out or something like that. But if I can get the Z Belly Drum off, I might be able to sort of win. So, but I think, yeah, he's gonna go for the Ice Shard, and I think he knocks me out. Yeah, he knocks me out. What I should have done was gone for the Quick Attack, to be honest, because I think Quick Attack would have knocked him out. So yeah, it was not a Zangoose sweep. So honestly, it doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna go for the Psychic, and just gonna go for the Icicle Crash. And yeah, I think it's gonna, yeah, it's gonna bring me down to like 27 HP, and he's gonna go for the Ice Shard, and he's gonna knock me out. So yeah, I kind of made a misplay of not going for the Quick Attack. I really should have went for the Quick Attack, to be honest. So, but now I can go to my Sceptile, and which is Choice Specs. So he's gonna go for the Ice Shard, and I do have the choice back, so I'm able to eat that up, and I'm going to be able to finish him off with the Giga Drain. So if he brought me down to overgrown range, I think I'm in overgrown range, but now I'm not because of the Giga Drain. So now his last Pokemon is the Slowking, and I'm really hoping that Choice Specs Giga Drain. Although, wait a minute, I think Choice Specs Giga Drain should knock out Slowking from that range, so even if he's Assault Vest, so it's going to be a narrow 1-0 victory in my favor, so yeah, I am able to take out the Slowking, so that's pretty good. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a comment below, leave that like button, and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I will see you guys later.